Hi creative friends, this is Freya and thank you so much for being here. I'm super excited because today I'm going to be working in this stunningly beautiful book. It's actually a children's book and it's Madame Butterfly. All of the print is in Italian and I just want to show you some of the images. I mean, aren't they gorgeous? Now, I don't particularly like the story of Madame Butterfly. It's an opera by Puccini, and I think it's set in World War II, and it's an American military officer who marries a very young geisha girl when he is stationed in Japan. And then they have a child, and he only marries her for, just a quick kind of pleasurable situation, but she's deeply in love with him. And then, the story is he leaves, he comes back to America, he abandons her and their son, he remarries, and then he goes back to Japan years later, and she is very faithfully waiting for him, and she ends up killing herself. And it's an absolutely tragic story that's kind of painted as a love story, but it's not really a love story in my humble opinion. But anyways, these images are what caught my eye, and I just absolutely love them. They're so stunning, and I absolutely love this bold red over here, and quite a few of the pages have them. Now, the interesting thing about this book and the way it's designed is you can flip it, like it's kind of like an accordion. So this is one side, and then you flip it, and then this is another side. And aren't these images just stunning? And this is my painting over top of this, but most of these are not, I don't think I've painted over them. And I just love this. Like, look at these images. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. So anyways, I am going to, I'll just show you what I have painted. So these are, in various stages of completion. They're not done by any stretch. And I don't know what image to pick. Like, I love this red. Now, I just wanted to show you that, this is a craft notebook, and when you have a colored ground, it is absolutely going to affect the images and colors that you put over top of it. But this is very neutral, the craft brown paper. It's still a color, excuse me, but it's very, very, like subdued. And now look at this red. This red is going to be so bold. It is going to be an integral part of whatever I put on top of it. And I want to use this red to my advantage. And I absolutely love working on a bold red like this, but it does take a little bit more thought before I just go in and put my stuff down. But like, look how things show up on this red. Like, I mean, and this is just my handmade collage, but I'm going to try to pick some colors that I know are going to pop. Like, look at that. Like, I absolutely love that. I just love it. It's just so beautiful. And I really, I'm just using my handmade collage and I'm putting it over top of it, but it really just zings it. So anyways, I'm not going to work on that red today. I will at some later point. And I'll just make a comparison of how it is going to be different working on a colored ground. Like, look at this. Oh my God, look at these beautiful images. It is going to be different working on a colored ground that is so bold. And even this is going to be really overpowering as well. I mean, maybe the red might be more so overpowering, but this can hold its own as well. And I love this blue. It's just so beautiful. So I'm not sure what, I don't know. Excuse me. I'm thinking maybe I want to work on that, or wow, I'm just so loving these images. So this is very much like when I work in Connie's book, in the sense, I just want to bring this up closer. Is this not a work of art? Like, isn't this just stunning? Like the colors, the image. I mean, it's just so beautiful. But getting back to what I was saying, like, okay, so me working in a book like this is going to there are going to be a lot of similarities to me working in Connie's book as well, because I'm going to try to think, how can I incorporate these images into my piece? So I don't know if I want to go with this one. And I'm going to try to pick, let me see. You know what? I might just go with this. I might just go with this image right here. So let me see. Now I'm not gonna, I don't know if I'm gonna work on this side. I'm just gonna try to figure out, what do I want to keep? What do I want to cover up? Like, where do I want my image to go? I really like this tree. I'm really loving it. It just looks like so sad and, you know, just off by itself. So and, you know, you can go to a thrift store, you can get onto used book websites, and you can look for books that appeal to you. Now, the one recommendation from a practical point of view is just get books that don't have glossy pages. This paper is extremely high quality and it's not glossy. So that's like a really big win. And another thing is to purchase books where, you know, you don't necessarily like every image, because even in this book, like, there are some images that don't appeal to me, but those are the images that I'm going to learn the most from. So don't pick a book, or don't go into looking for a book with like, I have to love every image. But, you know, you should love the book itself. You know, there should be something about the book that just really sets you alight, that inspires you, you know, etc. Now, I think I'm going to keep the tree there. And I might even keep the butterflies and everything, and then just do something here. So do you see how, like, I'm using the images on the page, but I'm still putting my stuff on top of it? And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some collage here, because I want to build up the face. Like, I want it to be different from the paper. So I do want there to be a bit of a difference. So I'm just going to build it up. And I'm thinking about the hair. I think I'm going to put some collage on the hair as well. And I might bring my own collage into the mix here. I don't know. And do you see how, like, you know, when you are working in a book like this, there's already immediately a mood, because, you know, this tree, the colors, it's already telling a story. So I'm just kind of building on that story. I'm not like completely making up my own story. Whereas when you're working in your art journal and it's just a completely white page, you are building up your story from scratch. You're building everything up. But now I'm using what's already there. So I'm using their story and just adding my own story on top of that. And that can be, you know, some parts of it are easy, make it easier, but, you know, it also is more challenging to build it up that way, to like use somebody else's story and then add your own. So, you know, but that's how, that's the learning process. Ooh, I'm really loving this now. I don't know about the accordion part of the book. When I first got it, like I was really enthralled with it, but then as I started working in it, I don't know, it does make it a little bit more uncomfortable, maybe. I don't know, that's probably not the right word. But anyways, I thought about different things, but I don't want to take the book apart. Like, I want to keep the book as is. I don't want to like disassemble it in any way. So there's nothing I can do about the accordion part, I guess. Okay. And I think for the hair, what am I going to do for the hair? Now this is going to be a bit tricky because I think I'm just going to kind of go like so. So I don't want to, for right now, I don't want to cover any of the blue. I want to keep the blue of the background. Now later on, I might change my mind and I might be like, oh, you know, I need to cover that up. But once I cover it up, I can't get it back. Now, I think this burnt sienna is really, really, really gonna pop. Especially against this blue here. It's really gonna be a contrast, and I'm loving that. I'm already loving it. And I'm gonna drag some of it into the hair just to give it some dimension, even though, you know, I'm gonna probably make the hair black or maybe a brown. I'm not sure, but I just want to give it some dimension there. And this page seems to be coming together like pretty like easily because I'm using a lot of the background. But say a page like this, or, you know, maybe a page like this, for instance, may not come together as easily. But I try to approach like each page as a like as a completely new challenge and new lessons that I can learn. And I want to get rid of this. It's a rickshaw. I want to get rid of that, I think. I don't want to keep that. And I don't know if I need to put... let's see here. Let's see. This is just my own collage, and I'm just going to see. I don't think that's going to work. Now, use my tea bags. And actually, I think I'm going to put my tea bags actually and just see what happens. So I'm not too far in and I'm already like loving so much of this. Like I'm loving the juxtaposition of the warms of the face and the neck and even now the hair. Although I'm going to cover up the hair, I'm loving it, you know, against this blue kind of a background. And I'm loving the texture of the tea bags. And I'm actually loving the story of the trees, and it's just got a very melancholy feel to it. And I'm loving that. So I'm gonna let this completely dry and then I'm gonna come back to it. And if you've watched all the way to the end, thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.